सो हे गाइस व्हाट्स अप, दिस इज हिमांशु एंड वेलकम बैक टू व्हाट अबाउट कोडिंग चैनल। सो गाइस इस वीडियो में मैंने बेसिकली इंटरव्यू लिया है रोहन का। रोहन बेसिकली एक फ्रेशर है जो कि अभी फ्रंट एंड या फिर एक फुल स्टैक सीख रहे हैं नया नया। तो यहाँ बेसिकली कीपिंग इन माइंड कि वो एक फ्रेशर है, मैंने उस लेवल का यहाँ पे क्वेश्चंस पूछा है। ठीक है, क्वेश्चन बेसिकली काफ़ी सारे पूछे मैंने, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम HTML CSS जावास्क्रिप्ट रिएक्ट जेएस। ठीक है, मैंने बिगिनर लेवल से लेकर थोड़ा इंटरमीडिएट तक मैंने उनको ले गया है। ठीक है, एंड यहाँ क्वेश्चन काफ़ी अच्छे हैं, कुछ आपका आउटपुट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन भी है, कुछ आपका मशीन कोडिंग क्वेश्चन भी है। तो वीडियो हल्का लंबा जरूर होगा बट काफ़ी कुछ इन्फॉर्मेटिव चीज़ यहाँ पे है, तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को अच्छे से देखना। So with that, let's start the interview.
So hi Rohan, yeah. Prior to start, right? Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Give us a
hi
short.
Himanshu. So my name is Rohan Manchanda. I'm from Jamshedpur, Jharkhand.
Okay.
So I have been practicing front end from last 6 months.
Okay.
So even I've made few projects in front end in React.js,
Okay.
like quiz application and to-do list to improve my practice and to improve my coding practice in front end technologies.
Okay.
So, and apart from this, I also work at a startup, and that is not into a tech role, that is operations role.
Okay.
So yeah, I am also interning at a startup. Uh, so
Great.
and I completed my post graduation in 2023.
Okay. So basically, you are into means what you call non-tech role, but you are
Yes.
looking to switch into a tech
Switch.
role, right? Got it. Got it. Okay. Fine. We'll start from the basics, right? HTML, CSS, and then we'll go gradually. Okay. And I'll keep the basics only, not that much. Okay. So first question, I'll talk about the what do you call this HTML, right? Can you tell me a bit about semantic tags? What are those in HTML5? By any chance, have you heard about that semantic tags? So earlier we used to have HTML and then we have this HTML5. So in HTML5, some tags have been added. Okay. Uh, so just give me a bit intro about that.
Acha, semantic tags, if I can recall, it's been a long time since I.
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
So,
no worries.
something which conveys information about the HTML. Suppose if I use a H1 tag, for example,
Mm,
so it tells that it is a header tag. It will give you. It tells the programmer, whoever is typing, that it is a header tag.
correct.
If I use a P tag, so it tells the one who is typing that it is a paragraph. It is used. It will be used for paragraph purpose. So if I use a BR tag, so it will give you information that it is used to break the line. It is used for breaking the line. So some more semantic tags, if I recall properly, are BR, H1. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
No, it's fine. You got the idea. Yeah, you are right on that. But can you tell me where it does help? Like, means knowing the purpose that it's a header tag, it's a this navbar tag, it's a section tag. So how does it help actually in the web world?
I just remember that it conveys information about what is we are trying to, the purpose why we are trying to use it. I mean,
Yeah,
uh, it tells the user whether it is a header tag or a paragraph tag, p tag, or
yeah,
maybe pr tag. But
correct.
exact use, I don't
No issues, no
recall.
issues, no issues. You can check that later, okay? It is a good question. You can check that. But it's fine. You got the idea that what it is actually. Good. Okay. Second question I'll talk about what is the difference between block and inline element, if you can tell me.
Okay, if I can recall, suppose if I use a span tag, so that is actually continuation of the wherever you write, it will be a continuation. It is a very good example of inline tag. Block tag, if you want to use it a p tag, for example, if I'm using a p p tag, so it will start from a new line. It starts from a new line and it occupies the entire line.
Yeah,
And it's not a continuation from the previous wherever we left it, like
right.
span tag, for example.
Yeah,
So
correct.
almost
All yeah, right, right. ठीक. Good. Okay. Yeah. So I'll come to a bit about CSS now. Okay. Do you know what is a box model? In CSS we have something called box model. Uh,
in box model, I only remember the that structure, uh, object padding, margin, and box. That
yeah,
it,
I mean that completely actually forms a box model. But
yes.
do you know why is it useful and when do we write box model? You might have seen that when we write a code, right? So at the starting we used to write. that
If you
border
open
size
the
box model,
console,
something like that, if you remember.
yeah, if I open the inspect, I have seen that box.
Yeah,
If,
so we write that at the top of the code. Do you know why do we write? Why is that important? No, it's fine, fine.
structuring, or I would say क्या कहते हैं उसको proper structure करना या what do you call it,
Huh. No worries, no
something.
worries. Yeah, yeah, I got it. No worries. You can check that also. Okay, it's a good one. It's the basic, the thing just to make the padding and the height and width, okay, to be adjusted. Okay, it helps in that. Cool. Uh, can you tell me a bit about Flexbox if you have used by any chance? In CSS we have Flexbox, right?
Yes, yes, I have used Flexbox.
Mm. Just give me some property. Just tell me that what are the properties.
I don't exactly remember the whatever is the definition, but I can just give for it with
Give
an
an example.
example.
Yeah,
Example.
cool.
Suppose if I write display flex somewhere,
Mm.
and if I make it, uh, क्या था बोला? Um, display, if you write it flex, and then you can arrange it the way you want. Suppose you can stack it column wise, you can arrange it in row wise, or you can arrange it in row wise, or there were more flex properties like I have used all that in past.
Got it.
Maybe space between is one. Space is one.
Justify you are talking
Space
about.
is justified. Space between, these are some of the flex. I have used it in the past.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Space around is one, if I'm not wrong.
yeah. That is for the horizontal,
Horizontal, yes.
and there's one for the vertical level as well. Okay, cool. Okay.
I've used it
Yeah, yeah. No,
long
I
back.
got it. No, no, not an issue. You can revise that a bit. Do you want me to ask some coding on the CSS? Are you good to write, or we can skip that?
Yes, you can ask me.
Okay. Can you share your screen? Can you open JS Fiddle? It's a small.
Can I open Replit? Stop
Anything
sharing.
works for you.
Okay.
Anything is fine. Whichever works.
So I'm generally hands-on with Replit. So
Okay. So this is a text called
okay,
make
okay.
me center. Okay. I just want you to bring this text into the center of this complete orange background. It should be in the center.
And I think it can easily be done through padding. I mean,
Anything
there
which
can be
works.
multiple ways. So I'll do it by with the help of padding. Uh, with padding, I can easily. Or there is also a property text align or align item center. Is it? I mean, it should be in between this, matlab,
It
in
should be at the
between
center.
of the box.
Yeah,
Okay.
of this orange box. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So if I suppose I use it as uh, padding, padding ऊपर वाला top होता है, so it will be like 200 pixel if I have to place it in between 200 pixel from all four sides.
Why is the size increased?
Hmm.
Do you know? Because the padding has been added from all the sides
Yes,
now.
yes,
So
yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'll remove it. Yes. So if I only add padding from top, if I only decide to add padding from the top, suppose I make it 100 pixel from top and bottom. I'm just taking an example, and 0 pixel left and right side. But it's still the box is getting
yeah.
the size of the box is increasing. So the size should not increase, but the text should come to the center. Is it that the
Yeah, I mean the size should not change. The width and height should
okay?
be same, and
Okay.
only the text should come in the center. But that is fine. Okay, that's fine. Actually, it won't be done by margin and padding. You have to apply something called flexbox or grid or positions. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
do you know how we can do this with flexbox?
I'll
There's a yeah,
I'll try this display flex.
yeah.
Justify content center, align items, is it? Will it give me? I mean, I'll have to check. Justify content center and I give align items. Yeah.
Done.
I practiced it long back. I mean, I wasn't able to recall this. Yes, for sure.
No worries, no worries. It's good. Yeah.
You
Good
gave
to
me
go.
a hint and I did it. Justify content. I've practiced it
That's great.
long.
That's great. Okay. Yeah. Moving on to one more last question on CSS. Okay. Do you know about pseudo selectors in CSS by any chance?
Yes, 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 yes. Just give me. I have used it.
Okay.
I have used it. Pseudo selectors. Suppose I write button hover. If I write it hover, colon hover,
Okay.
and I give some background color to that, or I don't exactly remember the bookish definition. I mean,
No worries,
but
no worries, no worries. You can take your time.
example with an example, I can because I used it. I
Okay.
think button. If you write hover,
Yeah.
and then you can give background color to that button, or you can change if color you can change uh, when the person who hovers over that button. Uh, am I correct? Like I don't recall it.
You are correct. You are correct. You are correct. Do you? Yeah, I think you are correct. There are
Long back.
actually two things: pseudo element selectors and pseudo what do you call this? Class selectors. Okay. So I don't want to go depth into that, but yeah, check it out.
Okay,
Uh,
sure.
it's a good one. Okay. Yeah, that's good. We'll talk about something on JS now. Okay, JavaScript.
ओके स्टॉप एक मिनट. इंटरव्यू देख रहे हो, आई होप आप लोग को अच्छा लग रहा होगा. तो क्या आप भी चाहते हो कि मैं आपका भी इंटरव्यू ऐसे लूँ? अगर आप चाहते हो तो आप मेरे साथ एक 1-to-1 कॉल बुक कर सकते हो अपॉन रिएक्ट जेएस इंटरव्यू ऑन टॉप में. ठीक है, उसका लिंक नीचे आ रहा होगा, उसका लिंक मैंने नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया भी हुआ है. तो आप प्लीज़ वहाँ से मुझसे कॉल बुक कर सकते हो एंड आई विल बी ऑल्सो टेकिंग योर इंटरव्यू एज वेल. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स गेट बैक टू द वीडियो.
In the JS, do you know what is hosting basically?
Hosting, I can recall. Hosting is actually the declarations are automatically moved to the top of the function. The declarations in a function, so only declarations are hosted, not the initializations. And declarations are moved at the top of the code so that it can be accessed anywhere in the code. If I can recall, that is
Okay. I've sent
something.
you one small two-line code. Can you please share again and open Replit and just paste this in the JavaScript part?
And this one
Yeah,
is,
no, no, don't
okay,
run.
sorry, sorry,
You have run. Fine.
sorry.
Okay, fine. The answers came undefined, right? If you can see.
Yes,
Anyways,
yes,
it's
yes.
fine. You can do just paste it. No worries.
Okay,
Just
okay.
want to know that why this undefined has came, Captain. Why error has not came? Because we are calling X earlier and we are declaring it later. Still,
Yes,
we are getting the some undefined, not a error actually. So why is that?
yes. I'll tell you the reason.
Yeah,
I have done it in the past. I have learned it in past.
yeah.
I think automatically it is hosted. The hosting is automatically JavaScript. If it's var, for var, I think, but that won't work for let and const. If I use let and const here,
Okay.
uh, yes, in let and const this won't work.
Why is that?
Only var. I have studied this in the past. For var, it
You
hosting is
are
automatically or something like that. I
no worries, no worries. But you said that for let and const, it
it
won't
won't.
work. Why is that? Can you tell me? Any specific reason for that?
Const is something I don't exactly recall, but I've studied it in the past. I don't.
That is fine.
Mhm.
No worries, no worries. Okay, now one more thing. Can you keep here var x only?
Check.
Assign it. And now can you tell me that don't run.
Okay.
Can you tell me the output now? What could be the possible output of this one?
It will be 10.
Let's see. Can you run it? Can you clear the console? I'm not able to see the output with the.
Yes, it's undefined.
Okay, below. Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's totally fine. So here also that hosting concept actually is coming into picture. Okay, you can check that. No worries. It's fine. Okay. Can you tell me something about event loop? Do you know by any chance what is event loop in JavaScript? Uh,
I had studied event loop in the past as well. Event loop actually, uh, I haven't revised it for a
that
long
is
time.
fine.
I
That is
can't be
that
able
is
to
fine. Yeah,
recall
yeah.
it.
You can revise
Uh-huh.
that once, and then yeah, we can
Uh-huh.
talk on that. Okay, fine. We are good here in the JS. I have just one question on the array or string. Do you want me to
Yes.
uh, ask you that? Okay,
Yes.
fine. It's a small question. You can use any inbuilt method also of JS. Not a big deal. Can you just copy this array and paste here? So I have
Is it
given the output
necessary
as well.
to, yes, is it necessary to write the code in JS, or I can write it in Java as well? Okay.
You can write
Syntax
anywhere
is,
you want. I just want to see the logic. Okay, you can use any language.
okay. Sure, sure, sure.
Comment this out only. This is the answer actually.
Okay. Okay. So suppose I'll be using the hash set feature of Java, or it's, I don't exactly remember for JS the syntax exactly, because mostly right now I'm using Java. So
Yeah.
what the hash set does is it will give you the distinct elements in the array. So that is what we have to do. We just have to return whatever there's a distinct elements in that array.
Okay.
So I'll use it for that purpose. So if I use it, h set is, I'll take it as a new hash set. I'll
You can open any Java compiler, any online compiler if you want. You can try there.
online GDB compiler, and then I need to just output it. I need to print while I am iterating over this hash set. H set should, I think, and then system dot out dot and take it
Yeah. Okay.
elements, and that is I'm iterating over the hash set and then printing those. So eventually it will only give me the distinct elements of the array. The output will be only the distinct elements of the array.
Yeah, I got it. You use a set and it will do the job. Cool. Uh, Fine. We'll move on to React now. Okay.
Okay.
Which we are waiting for a long time. We'll go to that. So first question on the React is that we call something like SPA, right? React is a SPA application. We can form a SPA application by the help of React. So what is that? What is SPA? And if you're asking for a full form, I'll tell you that also. Single page application. So we use that. Can you tell me what does that mean actually?
Uh, Single page application, SPA is generally called,
Yeah.
and I don't exactly recall. Yeah,
That
it was,
is fine. That is fine. Uh, okay. Can you tell me the basic thing? What is the difference between a virtual DOM and a real DOM in React.js?
yes.
Okay.
Virtual DOM is actually a lightweight copy of the actual DOM in React. The lightweight, it is a lightweight copy of the actual DOM in React. But the real DOM, it is a tree representation of HTML elements. So it is a representation of whatever is we write, that is being like, shown in the browser. So it represents the browser. I mean,
Yeah.
Whatever we
So
write it,
yeah.
it is a.
So why do we use virtual DOM? Like, what is the use case of virtual DOM if we have a
I'll
real
explain.
DOM
Okay,
method
okay.
like
I'll
something
explain
like
it.
that? Yeah.
I'll explain it. Virtual DOM is generally used in React. To it is a lightweight actually copy of the actual DOM which React makes. So it actually increases the efficiency of the application, or it prevents unnecessary re-rendering. Unnecessary re-rendering is prevented, which increases the performance of the application. If you want, I can explain it through reconciliation and diffing algorithm. How does it work exactly?
Please do that. Yeah.
So, okay. Reconciliation, the process by which virtual DOM actually updates the browser DOM. That is the process that is called as reconciliation. That is the process of reconciliation. So, uh, it actually, yes, the process by which the virtual DOM gets, I'm sorry, the real DOM gets browser DOM, or you call it browser DOM updates to virtual DOM. That process is called. So the comparison of between the two virtual DOMs which is made is done by diffing algorithm. What exactly React does is, if you make any changes in the state, if the state changes, React makes a tree of that. A virtual DOM is created. If you change any state, or if you try to make any changes, further changes makes another tree. If you then again try to make or update anything, or if you again change the state, it will again make a virtual DOM, a tree like structure, a virtual DOM of that. Both the pre-updated and the updated virtual DOMs, the two different virtual DOMs will be compared, and the difference of both will be I mean, that will be figured out by the React. That is, and then through that, the actual DOM or the browser DOM is updated. Only whatever is changed, that is getting rendered in the, or is getting changed in the browser DOM. So this actually helps to minimize like unnecessary re-rendering.
DOM.
It minimizes, and this improves the performance of the application. Actually.
That is good. Yeah. Correct. Okay. On the same lines, earlier we used to have a class component, right? In the React, if you know. Later, functional have been introduced. Okay. So there were something called life cycle methods in the React.js. Do you know what is life cycle method? Can you name a few?
Yes. So React lifecycle method comprises of three process. First one is up, first one is mounting, updating, and unmounting. These are the three lifecycle. This is what lifecycle method has. What exactly does is, in the mounting phase, whatever we I mean, first time, before it renders for the first time,
Hmm.
mounting happens. It
Hmm.
mounting gets called, or whenever we first mount whatever we write it in the DOM, mounting takes place. That is actually mounting phase. If you come to updation phase, in updation phase, if you change any props and state,
Hmm.
that is where updation happens. That is where updation. If the whatever we have written, if it is removed from the DOM, that is where unmounting happens. So this is the actual.
Okay. And in all the three phases, okay, we have some what you call this APIs or some components involved in that, right? Can you tell me what are those? Like some functions are called there to achieve
Yes, yes.
mounting,
It's
to
a
enable
built-in
mounting.
method. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, exactly. I can name some of them.
Just name
Exactly,
some of them.
but there
That's
are
perfect.
many. So if it's a first phase mounting, I think initialization is the first step. Get derived state from props. Then there is get derived state from props. Then there is mm,
Render.
componented mount, or
Yeah,
something like that is there.
that is there.
It's, yes. If it is unmounting, I'm sorry, if it is updation phase, and if it is updating, then there is get derived state from props. There is component should mount. There is component did mount. There is uh, rest I cannot recall, but I don't. And last में unmounting में it will be component did unmount only. These are the built-in functions, if I can recall properly.
Yeah, cool. Correct. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So since now we have functional components, right, in the React. So something called hooks have been introduced now, right? So can you tell me, can you, what are the hooks have you means used in the application?
Okay, first of all, hooks. The purpose of hook is to allow the functional components to get access of the states, access of the state, and to manage the side effects in the functional components. That is actually the purpose of the hooks.
Okay.
Now, if you have to if we there are multiple types of hook. First one is use state hook, which we commonly use. So there it returns a array of two elements. It returns an array of two elements. First one is the setter, the variable, which setter variable, or you call it just variable.
Yeah.
Second one is the setter function. So the exact, if you write the exact syntax of that, that is actually const. If we write it as const, the variable comma the setter function equal to use state, and then the initial value of that variable. We write the initial value of that variable. That is how we use this. So anything that actually holds the state of the variable is used to hold the state, or any information or data.
Yeah.
That is actually the definition of the state. State is actually a JavaScript object which actually stores the, if you want to store any information, or maybe which can change during the life cycle of the component.
That is
So
fine.
that is
I got it.
state. Yeah,
Okay.
so that is what it does. And with the help of setter function, which we write it beside the variable, the value, the state variable is changed with the help of that. So the state variable is changed with the help of the setter variable. So
Okay.
this one is the use state hook. Second, coming to use effect hook. Use effect hook performs the side effects in the functional components. If you want to have access to APIs, that can be done. If you want to use timers, that is help in the functional components, that can be done with the help of use effect hook. If you want to access the DOM, maybe that is done with the help of use effect hook. So the use effect hook has a dependency which is called the use effect function with the dependency array, which is a dependency array which we give it beside that, which we write it beside that. So it the main purpose, or I would say, the main purpose of use effect is it is used to mimic the life cycle of the React life cycle in the functional components. If you are using functional component, that is used, the use effect hook is used there to mimic the React life cycle better.
Okay.
Then come to use ref. Uh, use ref. There's another hook called use ref.
Yeah.
Use ref. What it does is, so whatever you want to show it to the DOM, which you do not want to get it rendered, it is used to reference that. It is used to reference whatever we don't want to get it rendered. So that is actually the purpose of use ref. If you want to use it, use context. Use context also I can describe. Use context if you want use context hook. So that is actually global variables can be passed from parent component, uh, not parent component, I'm sorry. If you want to pass global variables to anywhere within the code, which actually helps to avoid the process of prop drilling. If you want to pass global variables anywhere in the application, that is done with the help of, which actually prevents the process of prop drilling. So it optimizes the code. And uh, there are two more hooks, use memo, and the other one is use callback. Use memo hook is also optimizes the performance. It is used for optimizing the, so whatever uh, use memo may, whatever it actually saves the cached result. The value of the it actually caches the result for whatever computation we make, so that next time if we have to compute the same value, if the input is same, you don't have to calculate the output. Calculation can be avoided, something of that sort, if I can recall it properly. And it returns a uh, call a memo value, or what do you call it. Then there's one use callback hook that also helps in optimizing the performance of the application.
So what's the difference between use memo and use callback? Both.
Actually, use memo, what it does is it only returns the value, but use callback returns the function. If I can recall, it actually returns a function. What function it was there? Right, I'm forgetting the name. Memo
Memoized.
function, or
Memoized function.
memoized function. Yes, memoized function. It returns a memoized value. Yes, it returns a memoized value. Use memo returns a memoized value, while use callback returns a memoized function. Yes. Almost both are almost similar. They are almost similar. Similar.
One more thing you said right on the use effect part, that some it is able to copy the life cycle methods. Okay, what are those life cycle methods which have been means what you call used in this use effect? Like what all life cycle names do you know which have been used in the use effect? They are doing the job of that.
Yeah, I mean, these three life cycle methods, whatever I said, it like the mounting, updating, and unmounting. Yes, I mean, this is what.
Yeah. So they're like, I just want to know means the names of those lifecycle method, which functions have been performed by use effect. So there are like three lifecycle method. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, okay, yeah. On the same line, one more thing. We are talking about props and state, right? I just want to know the difference between props and state.
Okay. Props is actually used. Props. The purpose of props is to communicate between the components. If you have to communicate between the components, if you have to pass on some information, if you have to pass on something from one component to the other component, that is actually done with the help of props. So
Okay,
communication between the components is done through the props. Then it is actually, and you cannot props where you cannot change the value of the props. You cannot change the, it is read only. You cannot change the value of the props. On the other hand, if you want to use states, state is actually state is only within the, it is local to the component. Yes, state is only local to the component. You cannot pass it from like, it has to be passed like prop from one component to the other. So it is local to the component, and it is read only and write, both read only and write. It is read and write both, not read only. It is read and write both. It is read and write, and the value can be changed, mutable. It is mutable, and uh, states, actually the definition of proper states is, what state is actually does is, it actually stores some information. It is actually state is a JavaScript object. State is actually a JavaScript object which holds some information or data, which can change in the React application, which can change during the life cycle of the component. So that is
okay, yeah, makes
that.
sense. Okay, good, fine. One more question. You know, when we loop, right, in the React.js, we always try to use a key. Okay,
Mhm.
else it gives some warning in the console. Can you tell me why do we means need to use key always?
I don't exactly remember the bookish, I mean the tutorial
Not
definition.
asking the bookish one. Yeah, you
But
can just give me
yes,
what you
yes,
know. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Example, because I've used it multiple times. So if you have to iterate over an array, suppose if you have an array, and with the help of map function, if I'm iterating over an array to render whatever is given in the array, if I have to render. So keys generally I used to, just to give information of one, two, three, or for the sequencing purpose of.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that I know that we used to give key for that. But why do we need to use key? I can't use key also. My
yes, and
my
without key also.
means my loop will work fine. But we need to use key. I mean React says that we need to use key always.
Mhm.
Any specific reason for that? I'm just asking that. Yeah, that is
I
it.
don't recall exactly.
That is fine. That is fine. Okay, one more question. We are talking about parent and child component, right? So in React, we have a concept of parent and child, right? We have a top parent and then child. So can we send a data like vice versa from child to parent in React?
Yes, it is done from child to parent.
Okay.
It can be achieved
How we can
through
achieve
child
that?
to.
Anyways, to be more specific or to give you some hint, right? We have something called state management, right? Global state management things are there where we
Yes,
can
redux.
pass
You want to
anything. Context
redux
API, Redux,
the context
anything
API redux.
works
Yes.
for sending data.
So I think yes,
But that is the higher level, okay.
yes,
But there is
exactly.
one way, one more way we can also send. Like if suppose means you have like very small, like only one child and one component, we can also perform something called state lifting in React. We can send the data from parent to child, and from child we can send data back to the parent as well. There's
Okay, so I'll just write these 3 points which I missed out.
one more question. What is prop drilling in the React JS? Do you know about that?
Okay, yes, properly. Okay. If I have to pass an information from a parent component, if there are like nested components, if there are nested components, if you have nested components, and if you have to pass some data or property from one component to first, suppose there are like 5 components. If you have to pass from this, you have the first component one, two, or whatever you can name it, one, two, three, four, five, and if you have to pass some data or information from component 1 to component 5.
Yeah.
So that will have to be passed from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, and then 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5 it will get passed to fifth, uh, the fifth component. So this actually slows the application. It makes the application slow. This is the this is called prop drilling, and this actually makes the application slow. To avoid prop drilling, we generally use to generally Redux, which you call it a centralized state management. We generally use Redux, and or we use context API. If the application is big, if you have to, if there are, if the size of the application is big, generally Redux is used. But in smaller applications, we can use it with the help of context API. We generally use context API for that purpose. So this actually makes avoids prop drilling. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Can you tell me the Redux life cycle, how it works?
Redux lifecycle. So Redux has actually Redux for I'll just brief about the Redux. Redux is actually a centralized state management tool. It is a centralized, we call it a centralized state management tool. Redux we call it, yes. So what happens in Redux is it actually makes the process of debugging very easy, and it helps to avoid the process of prop drilling. That is actually the work of Redux. So there are actually four components, not exactly components, four things in Redux we use. First one is reducer. You call it a reducer or
You can tell me when I ask about the life cycle, you can tell me how the data passes from your component when you click on a button, okay, and you are applying means what you call Redux there. Then how it goes, like how the life cycle of that click event goes into the Redux. Uh,
I haven't used it to be honest.
okay, which
I generally just there are four components in Redux we generally use. There are four components of what we call it. First one is Redux store. Yes, first one is store, action creators, action, and then reducer or
yeah,
something of the sort. Store, action creator, actions, and then you have the reducer. Yes. So what store does is it is where the entire application the state is stored in that in the store. The entire state of the application is stored. What action does is it actually returns the objects or I'm unable to recall this. I studied this, but
that is fine. So are you using Redux toolkit or like the plain Redux, the older one? Which is it?
uh, toolkit. So I haven't used, but Redux, I have installed npx create install.
So you're not using that slice one, right? Slice
No,
actions and all those.
no. I mean, I haven't actually coded anything in Redux because Redux is a lengthy process, so
Yeah,
I haven't used
that
Redux in the code.
that is fine. Okay, fine. So I have one question on the coding round. Okay, we'll talk about machine coding if it's okay. So I want to give you one question to solve. I mean, just open any online React compiler, or
Yes,
you
yes,
can open
yes.
your VS Code also. Anything works. Okay, just copy the first API only. That's it. Remove the commented part. Just copy and paste it in the browser. Okay, I just want you to show what is it and what I'm asking. Okay.
Now, okay, if I press. Okay.
Yeah. Can you make it pretty print? click on that arrow. Yeah. So see, here we have na products. Okay, it's a
Mhm.
10 product. If you can see that number, okay, the ID
Mhm.
31 to 40. Okay.
Mhm.
Now above you can see you have a skip equal to 30 in the browser URL. If you'll see last word skip equal to 30. No, on the same
Acha,
go.
acha, okay.
Yeah, there only. See skip equal to 30 at the top browser URL where you have pasted
Okay.
that dummy JSON above.
Okay, okay. Skip
Yeah.
equal to 50.
Can
हाँ.
you make that 30 to 20? Press enter. So see again make it 20. See the ID number 21 to 30 it is coming. Okay. Can you make that 0? Make it skip equal to 0.
Okay.
Press enter. See ID 1 equal 10. Meaning at skip equal to 0 only first 10 elements will be shown from 0 to 10. When you will make skip equal to 10, it will be shown from 11 to 20. Skip equal to 20, it it will show 21 to 30, meaning next
Mhm.
10 elements it will keep on showing me if I'll
Mhm.
change that skip. That is, so I want to implement pagination here. That is my question. Okay, first do one thing, call this API and show me
Mhm.
what do you call this, price. Okay, description, title. If you can see in the UI in the browser, we means we have title here. Yeah, stop here. Yeah. See, we have title, description, and we have price. I just want you to show me these three things only: title, description, and price. And that should be a card format. Okay. So 10 cards will be coming there. And at the below, we'll have a pagination. Once we click from 1 to 2, it should go to next 10 card.
Mhm. Mhm.
You are getting what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's build it first. Let's show this data to means on the UI. Let's first do a call. Okay, API call. Can you do that? Do you think?
No, I haven't practiced this a lot. Uh,
Even I'm not asking you to build a dynamic pagination. I'm asking you to build a static pagination. I'll talk about that. What is that? But first, at least you have to
just with
do
the
a
help of
API
fetch
call.
method, I need to just call
Yep,
the API.
yep. At least do API call first. Yeah, it's the basic right. API call at least
With
need
the
to be
help
able
of
to
fetch
do
method, yes, 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 yes.
anything, fetch, exit, anything, whatever suits you. Do that and
I
just
did it
show me.
yesterday, but I'm not very fluent with that. Async await is used. I have done it with the help of async await, but I don't.
You can use MDN docs for the syntax if you want. Okay, but let's
Is
at
it
least
allowed in the like actual interview? Do
can't
they?
say, depends on the recruiter. What do you call lenient recruiter. So I'm allowing with that. But if you want, you can try or let me know how is it.
For now, I'll skip this. Maybe I haven't practiced this a lot, but I was actually yesterday doing it. I'm in the process of doing this question.
Point is that at least
Whether
API
I'm
calling you should be able to do. That's a basic thing. If you're not
yes,
able to
yes, yes,
API call, then it's not a
yes,
good thing.
yes, yes.
Okay.
With the help
Uh,
of fetch method, it is
you
generally
can
done.
skip pagination also, but at least API you can do. If not, if you want something other question irrespective of API calling, I can give you that as well. Do you want that?
Yes, if you want, yes, yes, yes.
Fine. I'm giving you one static JSON. Okay. There's no API call in that.
Don't give it like JSON or like JSON was an another app. Like I forgot, I practiced it long back. Something related to like prop passing or state use of states in React or maybe routing also. I could have done it. I mean, these
Can you copy this? Let's see if this works for you or not. You are in front end, and if you are fearing from JSON, then I don't think any other question can come. Okay. You have to work at the end with the API. And just, yeah, from here only, from import app.css. Just copy this complete line from starting till end. From the import, yeah.
the problem is that I was doing it, but you said it correct that these are the very basics of front end
Yeah.
fetch API use of that. But the problem is that I am in the process of doing full stack code. That is a Java full stack. So
Can
multiple
you, that
I
is
have
fine. Can you go to the, where is that? Uh,
Mhm.
VS Code, yeah. And just paste it here. Here only you paste it in the app only. Just paste complete thing.
मीनवाइल गाइस एक स्मॉल इन्फॉर्मेशन। सो मुझे बेसिकली काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चन आते हैं कि फ्रंट एंड में क्या क्या पूछते हैं, फ्रंट एंड के लिए हम लोग कैसे प्रिपेयर करें, रिएक्ट जेएस में हम लोग अपना प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग को कैसे बढ़ाएं एंड ब्ला ब्ला। ओके, बहुत टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन मुझे आते हैं। तो बेसिकली होता क्या है ना कि लोग पढ़ते तो हैं बट उनको एक प्रॉपर पैटर्न से नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं, या फिर बेसिकली उनको प्रॉपर आइडिया नहीं कि हम कहाँ से पढ़ें, क्या पढ़ें और कैसे पढ़ें। ठीक है, तो बेसिकली सारा इशू को ध्यान में रखते हुए ना मैंने एक मेंटरशिप प्लान बनाया है, ठीक है, अपॉन प्री प्लेस्ड। बेसिकली यहाँ पे और ये डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको लिंक आ रहा होगा, जहाँ पे आप मेरे साथ एक फ्री ट्रायल कॉल बुक कर सकते हो, जहाँ पे मैं आपको बताऊंगा अपने मेंटरशिप के बारे में। जहाँ पे बेसिकली ये एक नॉर्मल मेंटरशिप नहीं है, यहाँ पे 3 मंथ या 6 मंथ्स का मेंटरशिप आप मेरे साथ बुक करते हो, जहाँ पे मैं आपके साथ 1-to-1 कॉल करूँगा हर वीक, और हम लोग यहाँ पे अच्छे से बैठ के कंप्लीट फ्रंट एंड सीखेंगे। ये हम लोग प्योरली इंटरव्यू पर्सपेक्टिव सीखेंगे, ठीक है, कि आपको आने वाला कोई भी फ्रंट एंड इंटरव्यू में आपको कभी भी कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो, उसके रिगार्डिंग मैंने एक फुल प्रूफ प्लान प्रिपेयर किया है। इट मे बी अपॉन 3 मंथ्स ऑल्सो एंड इट मे बी ऑन 6 मंथ्स ऑल्सो। आपको जो भी प्लान सही लगे आप वो बुक कर सकते हो। वहाँ पे मैं आपको स्टेप बाय स्टेप हर वीक एक अच्छे अप्रोच से पढ़ाऊँगा 1-to-1, ठीक है, कि आपको क्या क्या समझना है, क्या क्या टॉपिक्स कवर करने हैं। जहाँ पे आप फंस रहे हो मैं आपको वहाँ पे हेल्प करूँगा। बेसिकली एक मेंटर आप समझ लो मैं आपका रहूँगा फॉर 3 मंथ्स या फॉर 6 मंथ्स, एंड विल बी एबल टू क्लियर ऑल द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फ्रंट एंड। और जितना भी इंटरव्यूज़ के बाद आएगा देयर इज़ अ हाई चांस कि आप उसको क्लियर कर लोगे विथ माई मेंटरशिप, ठीक है। एंड अगर आपको इस बारे में और जानना है तो प्लीज़ हमेशा वो ट्रायल कॉल बुक कर सकते हो, मैं उसका लिंक नीचे दे रहा हूँ। वहाँ पे मैं आपको अच्छे से प्लान समझाऊंगा। अगर आपको लगता है कि ये आपके लिए हेल्पफुल होगा तो आप डेफिनेटली बुक कर सकते हो। नाउ लेट्स गेट बैक टू द वीडियो।
Component is no, no, just paste. Just Control A, Control V. That's
Okay.
it. Remove the no, no. I mean
Okay.
remove
Okay.
everything and
Okay. 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 Okay.
just do Control A and Control V.
Okay. Yes.
Can you see we have something called array of objects here, okay?
Yes.
And it's kind of a FAQ section, okay? We have a ID, title, description. What I want you to build a accordion. Do you know what accordion is?
No, I haven't.
That is fine. I've sent you one link. Can you click on that link in the chat box? And can you open that link?
Okay.
Yeah, scroll down. See, there's a accordion here. Yeah, just see this one. See the first one. See the UI of first one. Scroll up it. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is what accordion means. Okay. So at this line, accordion item #1, you should show title. And once we click on that, then below description should come. Okay. This is what I want you to build. I'm not asking about this arrow and all. Just write like open close something text also, and you can try this also if you think you can be able to do it.
Just let me give me 2 minutes. Let me think how it can be done.
If you want to think, uh, go to the VS Code and start at least building this UI part. While building only, you will come to know that where I need to put a click event and where I need to hide and show. Okay, it's just hide and show. There's nothing that much in here. Okay, of course,
Yes.
complication level can go high if I ask you to do this and that, but I'm asking you to just build according. Just click and open and click and hide. Can you do that for me? Try it, try it. Can you go to the VS Code and just try writing a small piece of code only? Let's first try to build the UI at least, if not the features.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, you can remove this demo now. Where is that app dot sorry? Where have you
Yeah.
pasted that code?
That is actually here. Uh,
Show me in the browser what is the output as of now it is coming. Just open only one VS Code. Why you are getting confused by opening two
okay.
tabs? Just show me in the browser what is the output as of now it is coming. Yeah, it is coming right. Now below this, try to build that box, okay? That what you saw in the UI.
This is practice.jsx.
It's a
That
loop.
is
You need to loop it. Do you know how to loop it?
yes, generally with map function.
Go for it. Make a map function. What is the name of this array? FAQ, right? So we can
Yes.
write something called FAQ.map. Try that, try that. Do that. I am helping you along with it. Just
F A अच्छा map function तो you will have to generally if you have to use a map function then it is done like this. Then you will have to FAQ dot map map, and here you can write down just a callback function, and here in div you can take a here I can take a div, and then so here generally the list will be this is how map function is used.
okay. So what does this list hold as of now?
Whatever is inside this array.
Like for the first loop, what does it hold?
I mean everything, but I need only ID, right?
You
So
need
if I
title and description.
okay, title and description. Okay, okay, that can be done with the help of if I write title here, title, comma, if I give it list dot ये क्या बोलते हैं description.
Go to the UI and check. Keep on checking on the UI also, like it is coming or not. Data is coming, fine.
For all the it is coming for all the
Yeah,
yes,
it's
it has iterated well.
it's a loop, right? So it will come for all. Go okay, go back and now give a border at least in the list dot title. Do one thing. Wait, wait. Yeah, give a border in this div. Can you see 58
Yes,
line number? Just put a
yes,
class
yes,
here.
yes.
Just give a class name.
Uh,
Just give a
class,
class name. No need to do inline styling. Just give a class name. Give a
suppose if I write it
container.
was container.
Now go to app.css file.
Yes, yes.
That is already imported. That's why. Yeah. Just
यहाँ
below.
पे
No, no, no. Keep that. Keep that. Why you are removing that? Okay, it's fine.
container. If I have to
Give a
give
border
it
first. Give a border.
border, if I give it like 10 pixels of dotted or not dotted, here you don't need dotted, 10 pixels of solid background is white, so black will work fine here.
What is not coming?
No,
Can you check app.js? What is the issue? Is it imported clearly? Have you saved all? Have you saved it? Do you
yes.
have a auto save about?
Saving, I'm saving it like
Can you can you
control S.
can you click on this
But
file?
हाँ ठीक है आ
It's
गया.
coming. Yeah. So now I can see that you got this title and description. I just want to see title only. Description should come when I click on the title. Can you remove description from below? Go to the code.
Yes, yes, of course. It, it can be easily removed, or you. The question was, I have to. It should render on clicking on that title.
It should show on clicking on the title.
Yes, it should show on clicking on the title. The list or description, I can remove it, and then on clicking on this, it should show me drop down. It should show me the.
Correct.
So can I give it under a button and then give uh, event listener?
Yes, you can.
List dot title, and then on click पे it should suppose I give it like on click and then uh, on click pay, it should show me the mm, list dot description. Yes.
You need to add a state because you need to hide and show.
Okay.
If you're getting what I'm saying, right? You need to hide and show. So once you click on that
Mm,
title button, you need to make something as true so that that description can be seen. And if it is false, then it should be hidden. So
correct.
you need a state for that. Make a state.
Okay. Const uh, hide comma set height if I am giving it equal to use state. Suppose I am giving it blank
No,
and I
give it false.
okay false. Yes, because it should show me only when boolean kind of variable, boolean state. Import use state
You don't have a
from
auto import? Okay, we'll talk about that. Leave it.
use state from React. Then below you have it.
Below, you need to make it true on the
Yes.
click of that button. How you can
Okay.
do
Then
that?
another yes yes. Oh, वो हो जाएगा. Yes, that I've done it. So just you need to function call करना है. Then you set height को true करना है. Yes. On click पे if I write a function, if I write something called as function, right? Function ही होगा,
You
right?
should not use a keyword. It's a keyword.
Okay, okay, also okay, it's a keyword. If I just use it this, and then here if I try to make this function functi and then if I make the set height as क्या कहते हैं true, I have to make it as true. On click पे the state variable has to change from false to true, and then if नीचे में if I write it if functi if it is true then अगर ये true हुआ then it should show me that, right? So
Remove
यहाँ
that. Remove that. Remove the line from 60 to 63. You need to show this below after line number 66.
okay okay yes 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 correct. So यहाँ पे I'll make a p tag suppose p tag बनाते हैं yes if I make a p tag uh, just I'll figure it I can now I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
think yes
Okay.
you have given me enough hints I can think of it right now. If I use it under p tag I need to it should give me list dot क्या कहते हैं list dot title or list dot
Description.
description. Yes. It should give me list dot description. It should give me list dot description, but the only condition is it has to be true. In case if it is true, that has to be done with the help of state or maybe list dot title. I have done it using the quiz application. The same, almost the same thing. Set height true.
There is something called and double and.
Yes. So maybe conditional rendering
Yes,
you
you
have
want
to
to do
do
that.
it here.
Yeah, correct. Wrap this complete p tag into a curly bracket.
Okay.
Just write hide at the starting. Hide and. That's it.
Hide and okay. Yes. Correct. You said it.
Not here. Not here.
At
After
the top.
prior, prior to p tag.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Conditional intermediate. Yes. Hide and yes.
Can you check it is working or not?
Oh my god.
So it is
Yes.
working. Okay. Now there is many things to fix. Once you click on that word, that button, only that accordion should open, not all.
Yes.
If you go to the
Yes.
UI, everything is
Yes. Yes.
opening,
Ha
right?
ha ha ha.
You can check that how to work on that. Okay,
Ha ha.
you need to
Yes.
fix
Yes.
ID,
Yes.
but you get the idea, right? How this will
Yes.
work.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Then I think yeah, that was my last question. Okay. I think we are done with the interview. Okay. Thanks a lot for attending.
तो या गाइस दैट वाज इट। आई होप आप लोग को वीडियो सही लगा होगा। एंड अगर आप भी चाहते हो कि मैं आपका भी मॉक इंटरव्यू लूँ तो आप डेफिनेटली मेरे साथ टॉपमेट में कॉल बुक कर सकते हो। उसका लिंक नीचे आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया हुआ है। विद दैट थैंक यू वॉचिंग गाइस, सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम, टेक केयर।